Hi, I'm Jilly from Baby Sleep Made Simple. In this video, I'm going to share with you sleep training tips for your 6-month-old baby. Many parents reach out to me when their babies turn 6 months because they're suddenly struggling with sleep. And this really isn't a surprise given how much development your baby is going through at this age. Sometimes it's a sleep regression that causes your baby troubles with sleeping. Other times it's your baby's sleep schedule that needs to be fine-tuned a little bit. And other times it's just that your baby suddenly stops sleeping through the night. But no matter the cause of your baby's sleep problems, it's always possible to get your 6-month-old sleeping great. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Now, if you'd like specific examples of daily schedules to follow for your 6-month-old, or more specific advice on the 6-month sleep regression, then check out the description below. Okay, let's get started. Let's go over my 5 steps to sleep training your 6-month-old. Step 1, create a sleep-friendly space for your baby. Once your baby starts to roll or shows signs of becoming mobile, it's time to ditch the DockATot, the rock and play, or the bassinet as sleep spaces. Your baby now needs to sleep in the crib. The reason why is the crib is the safest place for your baby to sleep, especially if your baby is moving around and rolling. Your baby needs the space to roll around and get herself in comfortable positions, which is an essential part of your baby resettling herself during the night when she wakes, which is a critical part of sleep training. Plus, the crib is the safest place for your baby to sleep. So now is not the time to add pillows or bumpers or loose blankets into your baby's crib. All that your baby needs in her crib is just a fitted sheet. That's what is safest. And go ahead and lower your baby's crib mattress to the lowest level now, because really soon she's going to be pulling to stand. Step 2, sleep training begins at bedtime. When we're beginning sleep training, we always focus on only one aspect of your baby's sleep at a time. And the reason why is if you try to fix naps and bedtime and night wakings at the same time, you're going to end up with a really overtired and cranky baby that refuses to sleep. Instead, we always work on bedtime first, because this is the part of the day where your baby is the most tired of any other part of the day, so she's more likely to comply with changes to her sleep routine at this time. The purpose of a bedtime routine is to calm and relax your baby in the evening so that her body can settle down, wind down, and welcome sleep. The activities that you do at bedtime really do make a difference of whether your baby settles for sleep easily and sleeps long stretches or doesn't. Your baby's bedtime routine should include a bath, a massage, reading books, feeding, and singing lullabies. The order in which you do the activities of your baby's bedtime routine really does make a difference in how well your baby sleeps. My free Exhausted Moms Survival Kit walks you through the essential steps of setting up a peaceful and relaxing bedtime routine for your baby. So if you'd like all the details on that, you can get the link from the description below. Step 3, reduce night wakings. Once you have your bedtime routine going well, then it's time to start working on reducing or eliminating your baby's night wakings. Most 6-month-olds need only 1 or 2 night feeds. This means your baby can sleep 4 to 8 hour stretches overnight. Night weaning and sleep training really go hand in hand. I find that they work best when done together. When you teach your baby to settle himself to sleep at bedtime, then he'll naturally know how to resettle himself during the night when he wakes. If you put your baby down in the crib at bedtime half asleep, then he's really not getting used to settling himself completely to sleep. And the reason why this is important is whenever he stirs or wakes during the night, he's going to continue needing your help to fall back asleep. This could happen 4, 5, maybe even 6 times a night, which is really exhausting. So what you need to do is practice on putting your baby into the crib awake so he can fall asleep on his own. And a good indicator that your baby is awake enough is whether or not his eyes are open. So when you put your little one in the crib at bedtime, you want to make sure his eyes are open. That way he's aware that he's going into his crib and settling himself to sleep. So during the night, if he stirs or if he wakes up fully, he'll know exactly where he is and exactly how to resettle himself back to sleep. It really does work like magic. Now, many babies will start sleeping longer stretches overnight right away just by getting them falling asleep on their own at bedtime. Other babies need a little bit more direction. My Weaning Night Feedings Guideline walks you through whether or not your baby is ready to have his night feeds reduced or fully eliminated, and you can find a link to this guide in the description below. Step 4, work on naps. Once your baby is going down easily at bedtime and sleeping well at night, then it's time to work on naps. Your baby's awake times are super important because it's the amount of time that your baby can stand to be awake during the day, and it's all based on your baby's age. So a 6-month-old's awake times are 2 to 3 hours. And what this means is that your baby needs to nap every 2 to 3 hours after waking up from his last nap. So a really easy way to handle this is just to give your baby 2.5-hour awake times throughout the day. But it doesn't work for every baby, and if you'd like a little bit more of a structured approach, you could do the following. Your baby's first awake time of the day can be 2 hours. The second awake time of the day can be anywhere between 2 to 2.5 hours. The third awake time of the day can be 2.5 hours. And the last awake time of the day can be anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours. You really have to see what works for your individual baby. Now is also the time to begin a really quick 5 to 10 minute pre-nap calming routine for your baby. So take a few elements from your baby's bedtime routine that really seem to work to relax him and do those in his bedroom before nap time. And once you decide to officially start nap training and get your baby taking long and restful naps every day, then I recommend that your baby naps at home in his crib, the same place that he sleeps at night, for the first 2 naps of the day. Step 5, wake your baby up at the same time every morning. This is really one of the gentlest and easiest sleep training tips that I have for you, but it works really, really well. And the reason why is when your baby wakes up at the same time every morning, it really helps her fall into a predictable and consistent sleep schedule. Waking up at the same time every day really sets your baby's body clock, and it makes your schedule fall a little bit easier every day. So for example, if your baby always wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning, then you know the first nap of the day is always going to be at 9. This allows you to make appointments and run errands and kind of better be able to plan your day, which a lot of parents are craving. Now, a great way to decide what time to wake your baby up is to write down the time that she naturally wakes up for 7 days in a row. Then pick a time that falls right in the middle of these times, and that's your new wake-up time. Your 6-month-old baby can learn to settle themselves to sleep and sleep long stretches at night. All it takes is a consistent sleep routine and following the sleep training tips that we've just gone over. And of course, as with everything parenting related, consistency is key. Good luck sleep training your 6-month-old. Make sure to hit subscribe if you liked this video. If you have any questions, you can ask me below. And you can check out my playlist here on my YouTube channel for 6 to 12-month-olds. It's filled with lots of sleep tips and advice for your baby. I'll see you soon.